Rebels' Jack Debreczeni R is tackled by Stormers Johannes Engelbrecht L during the Super Rugby rugby union match between South Africa's Stormers and Australia's Rebels yesterday, at Newlands Stadium in Cape Town. AFP photo Super Rugby has just passed the halfway mark of the regular season, but anyone expecting major shifts in the way this premier Southern Hemisphere provincial competition is going is in for another disappointment. This despite yet another change in the format from this year in an attempt to make the competition more attractive and hopefully arrest the decline in attendances and enhance playing standards. Super 12, as it was known when started in 1996, was one highly competitive tournament with 4 teams each from New Zealand, Australia and South Africa playing each other in the regular season and the playoffs involving those that finished in the high end of the table. No one could argue that it wasn't fair across the board because every team played the other 11. From 12 the number of teams grew to 14 in 2006, but it was the change to the conference format from 2011 that many say did the tournament in. From that year to 2015, teams from one conference played each other home and away and also against 4 of the 5 teams from the other 2 conferences. Another 3 teams, Argentina's Jaguares, Japan's Sun Wolves and South Africa's Kings, were added in 2016 and the number of conferences too went up to 4. But it was clear to everyone that there was a gross imbalance at the end of the regular season. South Africa's Lions went all the way to the final last year while also enjoying home advantage while avoiding the New Zealand teams in the regular season. Australia's Brumbies enjoyed a home quarter-final the same year against New Zealand's Hurricanes, although the latter had 24 more competition points. Even the last-placed of the NZ teams, the Blues, had more points than the Aussie side. Former Springboks coach Jake White could see way back in 2014 that the conference format wasn't working and asked that this be changed to the round-robin system of old. Recently, coach of the Chiefs Colin Cooper and captain Sam Cane renewed the call. In South Africa, Garen Lamley, editor of Sport24, wrote a column on the demise of Super Rugby. This was followed by an invite to readers to send their views on the same. From a purely South African perspective, the readers singled out high ticket prices, the player drain to Britain and France, and the demise of South African rugby as factors contributing to the death of Super Rugby. Other reasons concerned the often confusing rules and how the game is played nowadays. Crucially, some readers could see the predictability of it all, with the NZ teams again expected to dominate the top positions. For the record, NZ teams have won 14 times in the 22 years, Australia's 4 and from South Africa 3. Crucially, the only winner from South Africa has been the Bulls franchise. NZ teams also finished as runner-up 9 times. The last winner from Australia was in 2014, while South Africa's last success was in 2010. With Week 11 being played now, it doesn't look like the situation is going to be any different after the teams have mainly played 8 or 9 matches. The actual overall table at the top, one that ignores positions in each of the 3 conferences, is like this as of Friday: Hurricanes 32 points, Lions 30, Crusaders 29, Chiefs 26. Highlanders and Waratahs 24 each, but the Highlanders have played 1 game less than the Waratahs and will meet the Bulls in Pretoria on Sunday while the Waratahs have a bye. Another major grouse is the long season compared to the one under the old system, which went on from February to May. But the present conference system drags the season till early June, followed by a break of about 25 days to accommodate the June tests, resumes and then ends in early August. The geography also means long traveling distances and times, and with the internationals to follow, this takes a toll on the players selected for their national teams. What is clear is that despite tweaking the format a few times, adding and then reducing the number of teams, the conference format is simply counterproductive and must be consigned to the rubbish dump.